So let's see how well you know doubles strategy. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to answer it in the comments section below before I give you the answer. That way you're not cheating. And then we'll discuss, all right? Here's the question. This is you. You lob down the line. Where should everyone go? Where should the red team go? Where should the blue team go? If you know where to go, if your team is lobbed or if you hit a great lob, if you know where to go and you actually go there, you'll be in the top 5% of doubles players strategically in the world, because this is not common knowledge. You'll have a big, big advantage over your opponents. So let's talk about the red team first. When you hit a great lob and your opponents are going to have to switch, both you and your partner are going to put your toes on the service line immediately. You hit a great lob, you're like, yes, that was an awesome lob. If you're saying that in your mind, you and your partner, toes on the service line. Here's why. When your opponents switch, what typically comes back? We lob. What typically comes back? Another lob. Well, what do we want to hit off of that lob? We want to hit an overhead. Well, if you're the lobber and you stay back, a lob that comes back is going to bounce, and you squander that opportunity. If, when you lobbed, you went really close to the net, even an average lob, just a run-of-the-mill lob, is going to go over your head. And it's the same thing for your partner. If you lob and your partner gets really tight, if the ball goes cross court, it's going over your partner's head. If it goes down the line, it's going to bounce in front of you. We want to hit an overhead off of our opponent's lob, and they typically lob back our lob. I feel like I'm saying lob a lot. What you want to do is put your toes, you and your partner, put your toes on the service line. Now you'll notice I didn't tell you the direction to move. I didn't say this person should move back or this person should move up. I don't care what direction you go because I can't control where you are when a lob occurs. But if you hit a great lob and you're forcing your opponents to switch, it's simple. You put your toes on the service line. It's like when I was a kid, they would have a fire drill. And they would say, hey, if you hear the fire alarm go off, then you got to go outside to the playground and go to the flagpole or whatever. Like, they didn't tell you, oh, go left or go right. They told you where to go, because they don't know where you're going to be in the school when the fire alarm goes off. It's the same thing. Lob goes, boom. Lob occurs, and you lob over your opponents. You both put your toes on the service line. Now, what should the team who was lobbed do? Well, I'll tell you what they shouldn't do, what I demonstrated, but this is what you typically see. See, what is this team going to be hitting most often? They're going to be hitting an overhead most often. And guess where that overhead is going to go? I mean, if this person's hitting an overhead, where should they aim? You know the drill. High balls in doubles go to the net player, the player with less time to react. So the overhead should be hit to this player's half of the court because the ball will go right by them. Again, talking about school. Remember dodgeball and you're in gym class and you throw the ball. Who would you throw the ball toward? The kid farthest from you who had all the time in the world? No, you'd pick on the kid closest to you and get him out of the game. So when you have an overhead, why hit to the person with more time to react when you can hit to the person with less time to react? So understanding that explains why when you are lobbed in doubles, so now we're talking about this person, when a ball goes over your head and you yell, switch, you obviously are waiting for your partner, not waiting, but you know that they're going to go get that ball. You should go back diagonally, at least to no man's land, if not all the way back at the baseline. We want to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. See, if you stay at the net when you switch, understand the pressure, especially when this person comes up to the service line, understand the pressure you're putting on your partner. You're saying, hey, I'm a dead duck up here, so you better not hit a weak lob that's going to get nailed at my face. Like if you're playing with Roger Federer, you're playing with Serena Williams, sure, you can just, well, actually, you can just leave because they got the match all by themselves. But sure, you can stay up at the net if you're playing, with Pete Sampras or Carlos Alcaraz. That's not who you're playing doubles with. So you need to move back diagonally. Then when your partner lobs back, now the overheader doesn't have somebody to pick on. Now you both have time, because you can go all the way back. Now you both have time to react to that overhead. Now, the question then is, well, Ryan, wouldn't they just dink it over the net? Because I'm sure somebody's saying that right now. Well, sure, but they're not going to dink if you're up. Like people say, well, that's why I stay up in case they dink. Well, if you stay up, they're crushing it at you. And the chances of you getting your racket on the ball and putting the ball back into play is much better running forward if they dink than trying to frantically move back because an overhead is being hit at you. It is so simple, and if you can do this, you will start dominating your doubles matches. When you lob, or your partner, let's say this is you, when your partner lobs, put your toes on the service line. Toes on the service line. When you are lobbed, yell switch so your partner goes and gets it, and don't move straight across, or even then just go back. Move back diagonally. You will dominate as this team because usually the players just stay up at the net and then you can nail them with the overhead. And when you're the team who was lobbed, you go back, you will play perfect defense. Start applying this to your game. Please share this video with your doubles partner. You get on the same page, you're going to start dominating your doubles leagues.
Now, if you're tired of lugging around your old and outdated ball machine, then just make your tennis friends jealous and get the Proton ball machine by Hydrogen Sports. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you use my link. It's in the description. You'll find it in the first comment. You'll also see it on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app. In fact, you control it using your smartphone or watch. It holds up to 100 balls and weighs less than 20 pounds. To see how truly amazing this ball machine is, and to get free shipping when you order one, be sure to use my link.
So click right there to check out the Proton ball machine, and with that link, you're given a coupon code for free shipping. Work on these double strategies, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.